Yo, what's good everyone? OJ here. Welcome to another video. Today we've got some great news for you guys, like always, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with some big news on the Nintendo Switch front. Nintendo has released some information from this past Black Friday / Cyber Monday sales with the Nintendo Switch and 3DS, and Nintendo has set some records here and there and some big milestones as well. So the Nintendo Switch has set 2 new records from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, becoming the fastest selling Nintendo console in United States history for that 5-day period and achieving its best selling week ever in the country, Nintendo has announced. Now, according to Adobe Analytics, which we did talk about before, Nintendo Switch was among the most purchased items on Thanksgiving Day and overall top selling video game product online for Black Friday to Cyber Monday time period. Shoppers purchased more than 250 million in Nintendo products from Black Friday to Cyber Monday, according to Nintendo's internal sales figures. Now here's a little bit of a rundown from Nintendo, which covers sales between November 22nd and the 26th in the US. So for the Nintendo Switch hardware sales grew 115% compared to the same period in 2017. So Nintendo Switch sales did a lot better, even though it wasn't the launch year with Zelda and all that stuff, so not bad there. Lifetime sales of the Nintendo Switch, which is entering only its second holiday season, have surpassed 8.2 million units. Sales of first-party games, including digital downloads, topped 1 million units from November 22nd to the 26th, beating 2017's totals by 78%. Nintendo Switch games like Pokémon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokémon Let's Go Eevee have combined in the US to sell more than 1.5 million units since its launch on November 16th, and that is a lot of Pokemon out there. Super Mario Party surpassed lifetime US sales of more than 1 million units, becoming the fastest selling game in the Mario Party series and the 5th million selling first party Nintendo Switch game in the US alone, joining The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, and Splatoon 2. So with Super Mario Party already surpassing 1 million units in the US alone, that game is doing a lot better than anybody gave it credit for, or anybody that was willing to give it credit for beforehand. Now, Nintendo had a couple bullet points with the Nintendo 3DS as well. Now, thanks in part to a strong Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday sales, the total install base for the Nintendo 3DS family of systems has hit 22 million in the US. Additionally, after 12 months of availability, lifetime combined sales of the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon game have crossed 2.2 million in the US. Now, let's talk a little bit more about their classic systems, because this is where Nintendo just kind of prints that money, because these classic systems, man, Nintendo and these classic systems. But let's talk about this. So also aided by strong November 22nd through the 26th sales, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Super NES Classic Edition system surpassed lifetime sales of 2.5 million, and the Nintendo Entertainment System NES Classic Edition system surpassed lifetime sales of 2 million. So pretty good there. Both of those were all for the US. So pretty much all this is for the US. We did get the numbers that the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic have combined to sell over 10 million, but that was before the Black Friday sales and everything that was going down. So obviously this is big news for Nintendo. They're trying to push to kind of hit their goals and everything. Not a lot of analysts and people are giving them the chance to do so, and I'm not even sure if they're going to hit it or not. But what I will say is that this is way better than the Wii U, and this is also outpacing 3DS quite a bit when it comes to US sales and everything. And I'd also say sales in Europe too. I'm not sure about Japan. We have to double check on that one, but this is definitely a success. No matter what way you try to slice it, Nintendo is doing better this year than they did last year when it comes to Switch hardware sales. Nintendo is selling a ton of digital software, which is just boosting revenue quite a bit. They've hit records on revenue during that time period with the Black Friday to Cyber Monday. Over 250 million Nintendo products when it comes to revenue from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. That is big, setting some records there. Most sales for Nintendo system ever when it comes to that period. And we still have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to go. That's the crazy thing. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is even going to be a bigger system mover, in my opinion, than Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. We'll have to wait and see the results, but man, Smash Bros. Is gearing up to just be explosive. Nintendo has already announced it's their most pre-ordered game ever. So you already know there's already millions upon millions of people who have that baby ready to go preloaded, and bam, launch day, you're ready to go. So it's pretty cool, man. I'm really happy about this, that Nintendo's able to do this well, and this is going to just get more third-party developers and more revenue to make more games for the Switch, and that's really what it comes down to. For the end consumer, we're going to get more. We're going to get more panic button ports. We're going to get more games from third-party developers because the system sales continue to increase and increase because they see that there is a market there is a base, so therefore they want to make games. We just got Warframe, phenomenal on the Nintendo Switch, best Western third-party game I've played in a very long time. So what do you guys think about all these Black Friday sales for Nintendo, setting all these different records and milestones? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and getting into the next topic here, kind of continuing on the sales front, the Media Create sales charts were released as well. This is from November 19th, 2018 through November 25th, 2018. And remember, guys, this is just for Japan only, and the cool thing about the Japanese sales charts is that we actually get weekly numbers from them. No BS, no filler, no anything like that. Not like the MPD we have to pay for it. It's just, hey, here you go, here are the numbers every single week, although it does not include digital sales, so keep that in mind. So Battlefield 5 for the PlayStation 4 was the top selling new release in Japan this past week with 110,653 retail units sold during its opening week. The latest Media Create sales figures have revealed. Also new last week, Disaster Report 4 Plus, Summer Memories, and Shenmue 1 and 2, both for the PlayStation 4, launched at 42,272 and 37,529 retail sales respectively. Outside of the new releases, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee continue to do well. After its launch week, where it did over 661,000 units, it added an additional 162,467 units in sales. Then on the hardware side, the Nintendo Switch sold another impressive 108,375 units, while the PlayStation 4 family of systems, this is the PS4 Pro and the regular PS4 and the Slim and all that stuff, that sold 24,364 units all combined. The Nintendo 3DS family of systems somehow still managed to sell 9,884 units, almost 10,000 units for this old 7-year-old system plus. That's just absolutely insane. Now, just looking down the software sales, same type of stuff here. Obviously, Pokemon did really good. That was still the best selling release, although Battlefield 5 came out for the PlayStation 4. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee still sold the most for this past week. I see Mario Kart, Super Mario Party continues to do well. That is nearly at 400,000 units, not including digital, in Japan alone. We got the million here in the US. That's probably going to be a 3 to 4 million unit seller by the end of this year, easy. Splatoon 2 is still on there on the list. Super Mario Odyssey is still selling. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is still up there. So all of these games are still doing well. When it comes to Nintendo Switch titles, even Kirby Star Allies, that game is over 646,000 units in Japan alone and sold another almost 4,000 units, not including digital. That game is going to get to 700,000 units by the end of the year, or close to 700,000 units in Japan alone, not with digital. So not bad at all. Obviously, Nintendo Switch is dominating the hardware sales here, and I think that once again, this is the time period where Nintendo Switch sales really ramp up. We got 200,000 units last week when Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee launched. We got another 100,000 units this week. That is a lot of ground, and it's catching up to the PlayStation 4. It probably should surpass it by the end of the year. It's going to surpass the PS Vita pretty much at any point at this time when it comes to Nintendo Switch versus PS Vita. And overall, like I said, more systems that are sold, the more games we're going to get from third-party developers and from Nintendo. More revenue that comes in, we get more games, longer lifespan, all of that good stuff. So this is all good. This is all good for Nintendo when it comes to it. So what do you guys think about the Japanese Media Create sales charts here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here. It looks, or maybe it potentially seems, like Nintendo has shut down the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Switch port. So according to Eurogamer, they got an update from a Nintendo spokesperson saying that, quote, "At this time, we have no plans to release The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on Nintendo Switch," a Nintendo spokesperson told Eurogamer today. So there you go, guys. It seems like it's pretty much shut down. Now here's the thing. Mr. Anuma-san did tease Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo came in swiftly to kind of say, not so sure about that. But here's the thing in this quote. At this time, we have no plans to release this. At this time. That doesn't mean things are going to change. And I think Mr. Anuma-san, I think he got a little bit caught up in the moment and kind of revealed something a little too early that Nintendo didn't want to be revealed. And of course, the Western press just bit on that. I'm not sure how the Japanese press did all that, but the Western press just bit. Everybody made videos. I made a video talking about it. We all want Skyward Sword to come back because we all see how much potential Skyward Sword has. Like, people love the game so much, but if they just did a couple things to make it a little bit better playing for everybody. I know the motion controls work fine for some, but there's just a couple tweaks here and there, and Skyward Sword can literally become the best Zelda game, period, or one of the best Zelda games, period, for everyone, because there's some people, it's like a love it or hate it type of thing. And the big thing for some people was just the motion controls when it comes to it. So there's some other things here and there in prison fights and all that, I know, but at the same time, like, I still feel that Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword can be vaulted up, at least for me. Now, I know for other people it's different, but it can be vaulted up past Twilight Princess and maybe even hit a Wind Waker level for me, maybe even surpass it, if they do just fix a couple of those things, with the motion controls just being one of them. So I think that Nintendo knows that the fans want Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Nintendo did release ports of Zelda games before on the Wii U, which is a far less successful system. We got Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, we got Twilight Princess HD. I don't see why Skyward Sword and other games couldn't come over in between the big Legend of Zelda games. So I'm thinking at some point, maybe not at this time, they're not going to announce anything, but I'm thinking that they're definitely going to announce a Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD for the Nintendo Switch. We just have to wait on that, but like Nintendo says, at this time, so we just have to go with that and see what happens in the future. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.